Yes, Your Highness, I know I'm a little bit over the budget for the season, but you know what? We've already avoided relegation, and there's a chance we could get promoted as well. Well, I've also signed extensions for Roy and for DeBeo, and saved you £100 a week in the process. Yes, you have made it abundantly clear what's going to happen to me if I fail, but about the guillotine, I'm really not sure you can just decide to cut my head off, what with Magna Carta and all. You've never heard of it. Oh, my lady, you should really do some research. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 8 here at Queen of the South on the Impossible Dreams. We look to win the Champions League with our Scottish club, and today it is Greenock Morton in the league as we close in on a potential league title and promotion, and then it will be Hibs. Yes, Hibs got past Partick Thistle, so it'll be Hibs in the quarterfinals of the Scottish Cup. Now Hibs are sitting third in the Premiership last time we checked. So that is going to be a massive test for us. Now, the big news since last episode is we did sign Roy and DeBeo both to contract extensions. Roy has just kept scoring. Ideally, he won't be first choice if we were to go up next season, but I just thought to have a player in the team that we know is scoring goals, and I just thought it was a good thing to do. Now, he's actually on less money, £600 opposed to the £700 a week he was previously on, but bonuses are much higher. So if he does well, it'll probably end up costing us more, but right now we just need to try and keep the wages down as much as possible, and we've done that by taking £100 off his weekly wage. So yeah, let's hope he keeps scoring. And the other person that has come in with a new deal is, as I say, Josh DeBeo. He's on the same money, £400 a week, though he does have, again, some bigger bonuses there. You can see he's signed as a squad player. My plan for DeBeo is next season he will be a backup left back, but he's done brilliantly for us this year. I just think he fits into the way we're trying to play just now. So again, as a backup, we've seen he's done fine against Premiership teams in the Cup, which gives me a little bit of faith that you wouldn't necessarily want him going out against Celtic and Rangers. But if we were to go up, I think he would serve as an adequate backup and could come in and play some of those lesser games. I mean, that should probably be our biggest games, but you know what I mean. The teams at the bottom of the table, if needed, he could play those and play them quite well. He's averaging 7.64 this season in the league, so I think he'll be absolutely fine as a backup. And £400 for a backup is not going to be the worst, I don't think, in the Premiership. So that is all the big news. Let me know what you think of that. I don't know if there'll be too many other players that we're going to renew. I'm more or less happy to lose the other guys whose contracts are up. Now, as a reminder, those guys are, if we search by contract expiry date, so it'll be Todd. I'll show you the pages here. So we've got Todd, who is number 10. I think we could probably do with losing him. McKay, again, maybe as a backup, but I'm sort of happy to let him go at this point. McGrory, he's 22. I don't think we want to rely on potential of a 22-year-old, so we'll probably let him go. Ewan East, again, potential of a 21-year-old. I don't think that's what we want. Moffat has been disappointing when we've played him. Cameron Shaw, I don't even know who that is. Johnson is only here on loan, but again, I don't think he's excelled at all, to be honest, so we'll let him go. Again, 22-year-old Suarez Jr., a lot of potential there, but I don't think we're going to rely on the potential of a 22-year-old, and there's a couple of other loanees there that may or may not come back in for next season. So, yeah, I don't think we'll renew anybody else whose contract is up, but, you know, I could be proven wrong, but that's kind of my thinking just now. Now, there are 3 games to catch you up on since last episode. 2 massive games in the league. One of those was against Arbroath, so let's see how we did. The only goal of a tight match came when DeBeo crossed for Roy. So the 2 guys with contract extensions proved why we gave it to them. It was a hard-fought game, this one, but a huge win. Both Arbroath and Ayr, who we've played in the league, and of course Partick Thistle, who we played the game prior to this, we were all in there for that promotion race together. So really big game, this one, and we got there. We played well, but like I say, you can see it was a relatively even game. We had the better XG, and that ultimately resulted in the 3 points. Didn't get any easier. Next up, it was Ayr, so let's see how we did against them. We went ahead inside a minute when Cassidy crossed for Roy. But Ayr United pulled level before half-time. Fitzpatrick picked out Cassidy's run to restore our lead early in the second half. before DeBeo crossed for Roy to seal the points. So this was a stunning performance from us away from home as well. A Roy double, Cassidy with a goal and an assist as well. DeBeo and Fitzpatrick with the other assists. It was just a really, really good performance from us. And as I say, a massive, massive 3 points. We'll check what it all means for the table in just a second. But before that, we faced Arbroath again. This time it was in the Caramel Wafer Cup semi-final. So let's see if we're off to the final. We fell behind early. And Arbroath ended our run on the hour mark. So we just never showed up for this game. We rotated heavily. The best player was our goalkeeper. Tomlin made his first start and was one of the better players, to be honest. But yeah, to be honest, I didn't particularly care, having won those last, the 3 games really against the teams that are up there with promotion with us. I just figured, you know what, this is a distraction, even if it is just the final to come that we don't need. Let's rest players and just go full focus on the league. So unfortunately, our run in the Caramel Wafer Cup ends there, but semi-finals is fine, and we have bigger fish to fry. As we go and have a look at the competition screen, we have 4 points clear of Partick, and then it is, 8 and 10 points back to the others. So we are closing in on what would be a massive, massive promotion for us, and completely unexpected given the way this... Remember when I was genuinely worried we would get relegated this season. But we've got Greenock Morton, who are bottom of the table to come, so top versus bottom. Let's hope that we can get at what should be a 3 points for us there. But then it is, of course, Hibs in the cup. If we were to get past them, you'd imagine Kilmarnock, who's struggling in the league, would lose to Hearts. Rangers and Celtic would likely be the other two. It would give us a very good chance of a better than 50% chance of a semi-final against one of the Glasgow teams, or is it dead on 50%? Anyway, and that would be a big, big payday. I'm not sure if they take place. I think they take place at Hampden, don't they, the semi-finals? So you'd imagine that would be a Hampden sellout, 50% going to us. Huge. That would be a massive, massive boost to the finances. But let's have a look and see what we're doing here against Greenock Morton first. And given that we have a full week in between, we are able to go more or less full strength here. So it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation from them. They are just in full, we need to get points mode, aren't they? This is the team. It's Eastwood in goal, DeBeo and DT, Wheater and Swanson as the back four. Little plays as the halfback with Cochrane and Dixon going in midfield. Fitzpatrick's going to continue as the number 10, even though Tomlin's not really... he's not really fit. He's on his way back to sharpness, so we'll wait and see what happens with him, but he's on the bench if we need him. Roy and Cassidy. Cassidy's hitting a little bit of form again, which is good, so they're going to go up top. Roy needs 1 goal. Now, not all these have been in the league, but he needs 1 goal for 20 for the year. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. I don't recognize any. Robbie Muirhead, I think, may have had a good game against us earlier on in the season. It's one of these we really should be expecting to win, aren't we? So let's just say, let's keep this run going. We'll pump our fists, say we have faith in them to make the difference, and hopefully go out there and get a result. It's one of these, isn't it? Top versus bottom. It's a banana skin for us. Hopefully, we're going to skip right over that banana skin and not slip over on it, but time will tell here. Cochrane over a free kick. Gets it forward. Not the best. Actually, it wasn't a bad free kick. I just don't think he was on the same wavelength as the players in the box. Ball gets forward. Early and easy there for Dixon to pick it up. Ball forward for Roy. To Fitzpatrick. There's the ball for Cassidy. Can he... He's on the wrong foot, isn't he? He's right-footed. There he has a go, and it goes just over the bar. I've just kicked the steering wheel under the desk. Which is... really, really hurt. But anyway, that's fine. We play through the pain here at Queen's Park. No, not Queen's Park. Queen of the South. Too many queens in football, isn't there? So to speak. All right, let's try a demand more here. It's not been a great game. I do wonder if they are... If there is just literally a bit of a bus parked in front of our goal here. Can Cassidy get to that? No. One thing we probably don't want to do is fall behind to a team that is... essentially parking a bus. Cochrane, he can't get the block in. Ball in. Swanson at the back post, and we have fallen behind, and it's Robbie Muirhead. I had to point him out before the game, didn't I? And on the half-hour mark, we are behind. The last thing we want is to start stumbling over the finish line here. We've put ourselves in a really, really good position. Good header. Eastwood was no chance. Swanson is a little bit suspect, I think, at the back, isn't he? At the back post, I should say. Not the back, but at the back post when he's under pressure like that. doesn't tend to get up too well. I should say too, it's still taking nominations for our Viewers Player of the Year. It's a great header, and it's Roberto Nditi that ties us up right on the stroke of half-time. That's a dagger in the hearts of Greenock Morton, isn't it? But it's a great time for us to score, and hopefully we'll be able to build on that now into the second half. Cassidy was there as well. And, well, that is much, much better, isn't it? All right, well, we can... Yeah, I didn't particularly love what I saw. I think we'll go with assistant manager Sandy Clark on that one. We've got faith in them, though. This is a good team. Cassidy appears to have got shy on YouTube. And we do, of course, have Tomlin on the bench, who is looking complacent. Let's give them some encouragement. And see if we can do anything from here. I mean, it's not particularly working, is it? We're not creating too much. All right. So let's take Fitzpatrick off for Tomlin. We'll get Tomlin going as the advanced playmaker. Actually, no, we just want him as an Ongonch, I think. He doesn't really have the physical, so we just want him sitting in there and directing play around him. Please and thank you, Lee. I've got to confirm changes. And, well, is Greenock Morton going to get... It would be a big point for them, wouldn't it? What else can we do here? Let's raise our tempo. Let's take it off, be more disciplined. Let's get rid of all that. We've got an injury to Dixon in midfield. So we could take him off for McGrory, who is capable of playing in there. We've done that. And is there anything else? I think Cassidy. All right, off you come, mate. Let's get Patton on for him. 10 minutes or so to go here. Come on, boys. We've got a highlight. DeBayo with a throw. Can we get a little bit of moment of magic from Tomlin? Ball forward for Patton. Can he square it for Roy? Patton has a go, and Rory Patton sticks it in the back of the net. It's the 88th minute, and we've gone in front, finally, against a very stubborn Greenock Morton side. You wonder where they are, if they can defend this well against us. Maybe we've... Oh, it's a good finish from Patton, isn't it? Maybe we've gone in with slightly the wrong attitude for this one as well, but it's a really, really good time to score late on like this, isn't it? Let's take the wing-backs, put them to full-backs on support, and we'll actually do a full close-down of the game here. All right. Now, what we don't need is for them to come back straight away. They didn't. All right, let's give it a focus. Tomlin's not really the man we want there. That's been hard work, hasn't it? But ultimately, we've got our 3 points, and that is what matters. We'll say it's an excellent win. We're below our best, but we did still get the result. So Dunfermline has beaten Arbroath, Air of One, but Partick Thistle haven't played yet, but the pressure's on them now, because if they don't get the win, we're looking at 6 or 7 point lead. So hopefully they don't get the win. The Dixon injury is a gashed leg, so he's going to miss the Hibs game, which is not ideal, but we can just about deal with that. Very good performance yet again from Mr. Cochrane. And guys, wait right there. It is the biggest test we've had yet. It is third in the league. I should check exactly where they are, but it's towards the top of the Premiership Hibs. So let's see if we can take a third Premiership scalp in this cup run. We have breaking news this evening out of Queen of the South as the club announced the signing of... They didn't sign him. There's no way they signed him. It's just some sort of joke. No, f*** off. There's no way they signed him. Okay, welcome back. Would you believe we have signed Carlos Tevez? Queen of the South signed Tevez. Now, yes, he's 38, but bear with me on this. He's £450 a week for basically till next season. We've got him for the rest of the season and then next season. You can see he's rated as a B signing. You can see the rest of his contract ins and outs there. We've signed him as a regular starter. Now, bearing in mind he's on £450 a week, Carlos Tevez is still a very, very good footballer. Physically, he has not declined that badly that he couldn't do a job for us. Mentally and technically, I wouldn't mind betting he will be one of the better players in the Premiership should we get there next season. I have absolutely no qualms about signing him, especially for £450 a week. We are so far over our wage budget right now, it's untrue, but... that is a good signing. Let me know what you guys think. I could not be happier. And bearing, as I said, £450 a week. It is ridiculous money, in a good way. You can see, though, we are now pushing £2,000 over our wage budget a week. Scouting budget's shot. Transfer budget's non-existent. We are £475 in the hole. But we've got Carlos Tevez for next season as Dad's Army reassembles here at Queen of the South. But right now we're going to place Hibs in the cup. You can see Partick did draw their game against whoever they were playing, Dunfermline, I think it was. So we've got a 6-point gap after 28 games. So it's looking reasonable, I would say, that we can get out of this league as champions. But right now it is Hibs. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 from them. Now they have some decent players in this team, so this is not something we can take for granted at all. But this is the team that we're sending out. Eastwood in goal, DeBeo, Nditi, Wheater and Swanson. McKay comes into play halfback. Little pushes forward to partner Cochrane. Carlos Tevez makes his debut at the number 10 role there, and it's going to be Roy and Cassidy that are in front of him. The bench is backup goalkeeper Ray, Chima, Johnson, Cooper, McGrory, Fitzpatrick and Pattons. There's a little bit of depth on the bench as well. So this is... I cannot wait to see Tevez. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Matt Macy, who was at Arsenal at some point. Nathan Wood, who we had at Leeds, I think, if you've been with the channel for a while. Doyle Hayes of Villa, or formerly of Villa. Nisbet, who, of course, is a Scotland international. McGuinness is a... is that the McGuinness? It's a Northern Ireland international. Chris Cadden, I think we've had him at some point, or certainly I've looked at signing him. So there's some big names in this team. This is not going to be easy at all, is it? Put on a show. I almost wonder if that's what we want to say, because I mean, we are at home. That is something that's in our favor. We are at home, but well, this is just, it's just again, it's a little bit of a freebie, isn't it? It would be a nice payday. It should be a sellout, or more or less a sellout, I think, according to the pre-game media talk. But here we go, underway. Tevez in a Queen's Park Rangers again. Where I don't know why I've got Queen's Park Rangers on the brain. In a Queen of the South shirt. Tevez now to take the corner. And where is David Wheater? Has he discovered him yet? No, he goes near post. And it's Ryan Cassidy, and we've taken the lead against Hibs. It's a 10th goal of the season for who got the goal for Cassidy. And, well, this season just keeps getting better and better and better. Cassidy pulling off both of the... That doesn't sound good, does it? But getting away from both the defenders. And it's... oh, it's 1-0. That's all that matters. Sometimes the things that you say when you don't mean to say things. McKay, Swanson, can he get down the side? He can. Cross comes in towards Cassidy. It's flicked away by the defender. DeBeo brings it down. DeBeo. I mean, all our players are going to be starstruck that Tevez is in this lineup, aren't they? That's a good header from Roy, but straight into the goalkeeper. Tevez with another corner. Back post again. Wheater. It's Dad's Army, and it's Roberto Nditi that doubles the lead. It's 2-0. We're going to win this thing. We'll be in the Champions League next year the way this is shaping up. We are a wonderful, wonderful team. We're destroying them from a set piece. Tevez to Wheater. Nditi at the near post then with the tap in. It's 2-0. And it's dreamland stuff for Queen of the South. Could we be headed for the semi-final of the Cup? Tevez hasn't played football all season, and we've got an injury to Swanson. So what's he done to himself? It's a calf strain. That's not going to get any better. So we'll bring on Johnson. We do have, after this, that for the first time really this season, that we start to get a little bit of fixtures. I wouldn't say piling up, but obviously we've got fixtures that are taking place, or we're playing this in the league, so we've got to make up for that. I think it's against Wraith. And that's a team that, although they've struggled, we've struggled to get past them at times. DeBeo, he can't win the header. Eastwood is over the crossbar. And just, yeah, for the next, it's almost to the end of the season, we seem to have games midweek as well. So it's going to be a little bit of a squad stretcher, but it should, well, hopefully we've done enough. We don't want, we had the scoreboard, where's the complacency? Don't let complacency creep in here, boys. I don't know if we'll get 90 minutes out of Tevez, but, well, he's doing okay so far, isn't he? Let's give them some more praise. And we haven't really seen, we had that one highlight from the header over the bar, but we haven't seen anything else from Hibs, which is, well, let's wait till we get through this highlight before we say anything else, and that is just over the bar. Let's tell them to focus. They're overwhelmed, but hopefully they're going to focus anyway. Second half ticks on by. Are we headed for another scalp? of a Premiership team here. Tevez' fitness is actually fine, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with him at all. Can we win this ball back? De Bayo does, but he can't find Tevez. Can Little go and win this back for us? Little's contract is up at his parent club. Oh, it's a penalty, and it's Johnson who's come on for Swanson, and he's given it away. Now, can Eastwood save it, or are we in for a nervy finish here? Come on, Eastwood versus Nisbet. Oh, he goes the wrong way. And it's 2-1, and it's gained very much back on. Let's go back to balance, perhaps. And Eastwood tried to throw him off, didn't he? But in the end, he went early, and the goalkeeper just sent him the wrong way. All right, we come down into stoppage time. Let's go and close it down. All right, so we've made one sub. We have taken off Cassidy. We have brought on McGrory. Tevez and Roy are both going to be up there as pressing forwards. He doesn't have the best work rate, Tevez, but let's keep him on the pitch. And McGrory will just drop in just to the extra man in midfield for us. And we've gone also ultra defensive and done all the other time wasting in that. And it is going to be, yes, it is another scalp of a Premiership club in the Cup. We're going into the semi-finals. We've got Carlos Tevez, who's played a 7.7 on debut, despite not being on a football pitch for the best part of a year. And, well, it just keeps getting better and better this season. And Kilmarnock have beaten Hearts. So if we get a little bit of luck in this draw, we could be going to the final. And it just keeps getting better and better. Morton has held Partick Thistle. They were a stodgy team, weren't they? So they've taken a point off them. And Inverness has taken a point off of Arbroath as well. So, oh, it's just becoming a dream season, this one, isn't it? Swanson's injury. Oh, no. I've spoken too soon. Swanson's out for a month or two. That's a massive, massive blow. That means Johnson, who we saw come on and give away a penalty, will need to come on for he'll basically play the rest of the season. We've got a little bit of a bitter-sounding Hibs manager there. Tevez is impressive on debut. We've got 12 grand in the bank. Finances haven't improved that much, to be honest, have they? But they're better than they were. And guys, that will do it for today. Now, we will be back. There's the semi-final there. So that'll have to be in Arbroath semi-final. So let's come back. In the meantime, Partick Thistle is where we want to come back. Okay, so I think what we'll do, you can see here we've got Tuesday, Saturday for the next few weeks. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Hamilton, Partick. Then we can do Arbroath, who are third, and in the semi-final. And then if we haven't won the league at that point, we'll come back and hopefully anyway win the league or sort of resolve the league. And we'll kind of deal with the end of the season, you know, whether it's a cup final or what it is from there. If you want to know who we get in the cup semi-final, when is the draw for that actually? The draw's coming up tomorrow in game. So let's end the episode, find out who that's going to be. All right, so here we go with the draw. Now, the two Celtic and Rangers, they haven't played their games as of yet. So I think the question is, ideally, we want Kilmarnock, don't we? Because we've got to be every chance of beating them. So it doesn't really matter who we get, because we're going to have either going to have Kilmarnock and potentially a cup final or a massive payday. So it's a win-win, really. We'd probably rather Kilmarnock, wouldn't we, get to the final? So Rangers or St Mirren will face Kilmarnock. So we're going to be playing Celtic, our affiliate, our senior affiliate club, of course. So that is, potentially could be Dundee United, I suppose. And we're actually no closer to finding out because they've had a draw in the quarterfinals. So there'll be a replay there, I imagine. So it'll likely be Celtic, especially with Celtic going home, but we don't know for sure yet. So I've actually had a change of heart. I think what we'll do here is we'll do Partick Thistle, Arbroath. We'll do the semi-final and Ayr, and then if the league isn't resolved yet, we'll come back for that, or it could be a cup final. We'll deal with it when we get there. But hopefully, we've got some big games here coming up. Again, we've got to play the other teams in the promotion race and a semi-final to boot. And, well, yeah, this season, as I say, just keeps getting better and better for us. But guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to start nominating your Viewers Player of the Year if you haven't already, or even if you have, you want to add somebody, or by all means do so. And I will see you next time for, who did I say we're playing? Partick Thistle. Hopefully, next episode, that's changed again. Hopefully, next episode, anyway, we'll win the league. It'll be Partick Thistle and somebody. Take care.